Hey yo, Zay, you went crazy on this one.
Cheese.
What's good? It's your boy Silk the God back. It's been a while. It's been about a year and some change, but I'm back. Right now I'm doing a skin fade tutorial. Yes sir, let's get it. So the first thing I do is I make my first guideline. I don't stamp it in with the liner. I like to use my masters and then I just clean it up with the liner right after. So that way the bald line is not so harsh to get out. Okay, so right now I have my ZR and I have a one blade, not a one guard, a one blade. So one blade is equivalent to a master's level open or a World Seniors level open. It's just the same thing, it's just that it cuts cleaner and it gets the job done quicker. I do cut 20 people a day, so I have to really focus on my timing and focus on making sure the client cut as clean as possible without rushing it. So I just do what's best to make my job easier. So right after I do that, I just close my masters, level close, knock out that line, boom, bow, movie. Okay, so right now I have a 1A blade is equivalent to a half guard. So I'm using the 1A blade with the grain, knocking down the hair. I do want to keep it dark, so I'm going with the grain to keep it dark. I could have used a half guard on my masters, but I want to give it a cleaner look. One. Number two, it gets the job done faster because I don't have to keep going over the hair over and over again. It's just one swoop and it just knocks off right off. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just going with the grain with the 1A blade. It just gets the job like way done quicker, and I do cut like 17 to 20 people a day. So just gotta keep that in mind, guys. Alright, so since I did the 1A blade, I just used the one guard lever open to debulk that area between the no guard and guard, and then I close it just to lighten it up right after. So I'm not really creating a guideline, I'm just debulking that area so it'll be easier for me to fade once I throw in that half guard like I'm doing right now. So you can see I just throw in a half guard and you can just see the line just coming out easily. So I just throw in a half guard, tilt it off, use the lever open just to blend out some dark spots that I cannot get. And the thing about the Masters is that the teeth are very, very long, so I can just open it up and hit a dark spot without creating another line or making a light spot. So I apologize for recording the scene with, before lining up. I was recording it and then my camera had died, so I noticed that the camera had died when the red light stopped blinking, so I had switched the new battery, and I just continue to record for you guys because it's been a while. So I'm like, I gotta get back on my gritty, I gotta get back in my bow movie. But you can see the lineup was already crisp before I added the waterproof enhancement. So I just added a waterproof enhancer just to give it a little bit of a kick, a little bit of a touch, give it that Instagram social media look. And as you can see, I'm putting a light coat. I don't want it to look fake, so I just put a little bit and then I just call it a day. After I add the waterproof enhancements, I just add a little bit of hair fiber just to make it look more like hair and not so caked up and fake. And that's about it. So after I hit it with the enhancers, I prepped it and all that extra stuff, I just come back and just retap my line just to make sure it's crisp. And I just like to get rid of all the excess hair fiber and enhancements because I like to keep it natural looking as possible. I don't like it super dark. I just feel like it doesn't make any sense to
Hey, yo, Zay, you went crazy on this one.
overspray or overuse enhancers when like a client hair is like dark brown, and then you just overspray it on like a blending area where it's supposed to be light, but the hairline is dark, but the blending area behind it is just light. It doesn't really give it a contrast. It doesn't really make any sense. So I just try to keep it natural looking as possible. Right now I ain't doing nothing too crazy. I'm just lining up the mustache. I usually start from the bottom and then I just tell him to bite his lip, and I just hit each corner of the lip. Like this is my client Icy right here. He's a hairstylist. He does hair himself. He's a beautician. I'm gonna shout out his Instagram. His Instagram should be in my bio. He's like very dope with the blowouts. Silk Press, they call him Mr. Silk Press. This is my guy, man. Every time he comes into the shop, we just have like a great conversation. Great dude. And he's on the rise, man. Just know. So what I do, I line up the behind the beard just to frame my work, just to see what I'm doing. I like to keep the beard line high. And for underneath the neck, I use my Masters lever close because we don't like to go too close to the skin because he tends to break out. So we just use like a lever close just to get it light but not like skin. And so far this method has been working because he hasn't been breaking out lately. Actually, his skin actually been clearing up really good. So we just continue to use this method for his sake, because it's not just about the haircut, it's also about the client's skin as well. So with the top of the beard, I like to pull it and then I just glide my razor against it. So when you stretch the skin, you're giving yourself like easier glide. That way we're not cutting the client, and then the far stretch the skin is, the easier it is to glide against. So we just cutting the hair on the top, and then right after I line it with the razor, I just use the trimmers to cut the hair on top of the cheeks, and then we just hit it again. So right now I'm stretching his forehead so I get the maximum momentum of glide. Brush the excess hair off, and then we hit it again. You want to make sure it's super crispy, and my guy's looking real clean right now.
Cheese.
Okay, as you can see, I'm done. I'm about to back out the vanilla scent Godly Cuts pomade, but first let me just dust my guy off, blow all the excess hair off his face, etc, etc. You know I have to back out the Godly Cuts vanilla scent pomade. Oh man, main ingredient shea butter. The rest I can't tell you, man, until you purchase it. It's out now. Just laying his hair down, moisturizing his hair. Use a brush it back down. And oh my god, he's looking clean. Looking clean. Looking clean. You too. This is the cut. Mid skin fade. Oh man. Woo wee. And we back, baby. We back at it again, man. Silk the God. Another one. They ain't believing us. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, man. Give me a thumbs up. Follow me on the gram, man. New York Barber _ Supreme Silk. And I'm out of here. Bow.